We just play pranks. We enjoy life. We enjoy each other.
She caught me checking her out about a couple of 100 times.
On the bus.
Like this.
My name's Nancy Hamel.
And I'm Bob Hamel.
We've been together for 43 years. We've been married for just a little over 40 years. We had our 40th anniversary this past year.
I'm Robin Theodos.
I'm John C. Wallace.
22 years.
22 years. It'll be 23 in October.
Oh, I'm Susanne Clarkin.
Kenneth Clarkin. Ken Clarkin.
We've been together 38 years.
Impressive.
Well, actually 44, but married 38.
I'm Janice Hogan.
And I'm Fred Hogan. We've been together since
1980.
1980.
How did you guys meet?
He was married to my best friend.
Wow.
And they were married for 30 years, and then she passed away. But our families were friends throughout that 30 years.
So my wife was sick, so I retired from GE at 55 so I could take care of her. She passed away, unfortunately, 2 years later. And I was 57, and I said, well, what do I do now? And Robin had lost her friend, and so she called me up, and she said, come on up, and we'll cry in our coffee together. I said, oh, okay. So I took her right up to Wilmington, and I went in the house, and I said, where's your cabinet door? She said, well, George and I were doing a project, and I said, all right, where's the stuff? Downstairs. So I went downstairs, I brought up the cabinet doors, I put them up, and I asked her when her next day off was, and she said, oh, next Wednesday. I said, all right, I'll be up. So I come up and I started doing stuff around the house to help her, because just before my wife died, she said, will you promise me you'll go help Robin? And I said, yes, I would.
When he was coming up approximately once a week, it was just two people that knew each other doing projects. And we'd work out in the yard, or we'd work in the house. He was helping me get by my hard times, and I think it was the same for him. He had to go take care of his dad. His dad was sick, and I took care of his dog for a couple of weeks. When he came back, I saw him out in the yard, and I opened the slider, and I says, hey, I didn't know you were back. He goes, yeah, I come up to get my dog. I says, well, you don't have a dog. He says, right there beside you, that's my dog. I says, no, I had my hand on her collar. And I says, possession, 9/10 of the law. She's beside me in my house. She's mine now. So I was just teasing him and ragging on him. And he says, well, she's still my dog. I says, well, if you want to see her, you're going to have to move in.
Yep. And we actually met. I was the food service manager at the Department of Transportation in Cambridge. And Bob was working there, and he was one of my customers, and he came in and drank a lot of coffee.
I did. And I also, because it was the Department of Transportation, the federal DOT, it was a place where they had a lot of functions. And so we'd have the transportation secretary come in, and there'd be a function, and so you'd always have a bar. Nancy and her staff would make the food. And I somehow wound up being a bartender, and so that's kind of how we got to know each other, besides the enormous intake of coffee.
We were playing racquetball. I was meeting with a friend of mine. We finished our game, and when we came off the court, Sue was outside waiting for her partner. Her partner didn't show. She asked if one of us would like to play, and I was the lucky one that said yes.
I'll let you tell them.
We met we each went separately on a trip to Saratoga Springs Racetrack on the Traverse Race, which is in August. I went with friends, and it was a bus trip, and he went alone, and the rest is history.
I don't think I did. What is your favorite thing about each other?
I'm going to say a sense of humor. I have more fun around the house. Around the house, we laugh. We laugh. We play jokes on each other. When we first got together, I had a little wooden mouse with a red leather tail and little red ears, and I put it in his shoe. And he put it near my cereal dish. I put it in his pillowcase. We're not mean. Nobody has to be one up. We're together. We're a team, and it works.
My favorite thing is the way we can compromise and talk about things and come out with a solution for both of us that are happy with. I think that's the big thing.
What's my favorite thing about Bob? Oh, there's so many. He's such a caring person. He's got so much energy. He laughs. He's the funniest person in the universe. So we're kind of opposite with that. I'm always very serious, and Bob is always got a funny response to things. So he keeps things light to contrast my my serious nature.
We are opposite. Nancy's more serious than I am, but that's a good thing. Someone needs to be serious. And I'm incapable of that. So yeah, it's good. We work well together.
My favorite thing about her is, this is a tough question. Oh. She is incredibly organized, gifted, and very accomplished.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing about Ken is his patience. Never seems to lose it.
Well, I can go first. My favorite thing about Fred is he's very kind. He always wants to help people. He's got a really good heart. So, yeah.
Those things are the same for Janice. She goes out of her. I'll give you an example. My father got sick probably 15 to 20 years ago.
25, 30. Long time ago.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right, in the 90s.
And she moved him right into our family room. No hesitation. It was there for months. She never complained once. It's tough. She's fabulous.
Well, it was. I know.
That's just an example of one of the things that she,
Selfless.
she's very selfless, and she's lovely.
Okay, that's enough.
What is your key to a strong relationship?
I think the key to a strong relationship for us is we both have similar goals. We both want a strong family. We've raised 3 sons. They're all doing very well. 2 of them are married, and family's just very important.
I think compromising, I've seen young couples that don't know how to compromise, and I feel so bad because if you don't, it's just going to ruin your relationship. You've got to be nice to each other. It's very, very important to be nice to each other.
Things. I think the fact that we have extremely a lot of the same interests. We both love to cook. We love to travel. We like to spend time with our dog. She's a great member of our pack. She's the pack lead, as we call her. So we have many things that we love to do together when caring for our home and our community.
And playing golf. She's cutthroat. She does not ever give a break. She loves beating me.
I'll go first. From my perspective, the key to a strong relationship is being on the same page with the major components of life. Money, before you get married, you need to decide, do you want children, do you not want children? And just working together as a team and getting through the tough times as well as enjoying the good times.
Our backgrounds are pretty similar. We both, she's Episcopal and I was Catholic, and we're very close to our families. And there were so many comfortable situations, given that we loved our family so much.
What is the most difficult part about a relationship, and how do you work through it?
I think one of the most difficult parts of the relationship is essentially knowing when to pick and choose your battles. So obviously, in any relationship, you don't agree with everything. And I always, as Bob does with me, I always try and look out for his best interest, although sometimes he would not agree that it's really what I'm suggesting is not in his best interest.
You want to be, you want to pick wisely.
I think for us, the hardest part is that I'm a pack rat and she likes to organize and get, clear things out. She'll like to condo all of the stuff I have in the corner and get rid of it, and it's tough to do. So
He's a keeper, I'm a thrower.
yeah.
But we seem to complement each other a little bit better about that as we get older. I've let down my standards a little. A lot.
When she married me.
I think the hardest thing for us was we didn't just have our kids anymore alone. I have 2 daughters, 2 stepsons, and he has 2 boys. But now I've got 2 more boys in the mix, and he's got my gang in the mix.
I think another reason that we get along so good is that she treats my family and I treat her family evenly. Everybody's treated evenly. Nobody is, every birthday, each person gets a card, and what do kids want today? Money. So everybody gets the same amount, and so everybody's happy, and we celebrate everybody's birthday, and
Yeah.
The hardest part about a relationship is to you have to put aside the little things, because every day I'm sure I do things that annoy him, he'll do things that annoy me, and you have to just look at the bigger picture and not let the little things just eat away at you, and then talk about it. You just have to say, I wish you wouldn't leave the raw eggs on the counter like happened today, and just try to get through those little things and not let them derail you.
Listening is very important to find out, where you're at, where are they at, and is there a place that you can meet? And for my money, there's always a place that we're going to meet, always.
Oh, by the way, sidebar, John asked me to marry him.
Are you guys not married yet?
No,
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. He asked me to marry him after I said he could move in, and I said, I'm sorry. I thought about it, and I said, I'm sorry, I've been there. I've done that, and I would like to think you're with me because you want to be with me, but I will commit myself to you and honor you, and we'll see how that goes for 20 or 30 years.
so she gave me this little finger ring, and
Oh, he gave me this one.
I gave her a grandparent's ring.
This is my grandparent. These are my grandkids.
So I said, okay, I'll make the same commitment. So
Yeah, we committed. That was our marriage ceremony. He asked me to marry him, and I said no.
I read something over the weekend that hit home with me. I don't know if it'll hit home with others, but it said that it's one thing to love somebody, but you have to like them too. And I really like this guy.
Did you want a big kiss?
No, it's okay.
It's a family show.